Are you mad because you're posting and posting and posting on social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and more, and yet no matter how many pieces of content you post about your lovely products or content having to do with your life-changing services, no matter how much you post, you get no sales? Do you want to know what to do to fix that problem so that your social media posts can lead to more sales more often for you? Well, then this video is for you. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place to learn about crafting content that converts content consumers into actual customers. If you want this video to be served out to more people, to help them too, then be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get the help that entrepreneurs like you need to succeed with content marketing that drives traffic to your business so that you can do more business. So let's get down to it. All bad news, good news style. First, the bad news. You're 98% likely to fail? Well, here's the deal. Yes and no. Let me explain. Say your social media posts are always shoveling people to your website where you can sell your products and services, and that's what you do all the time. That sort of makes sense to you, right? I mean, you have to make money, don't you? If you don't make any money, you're a hobby, aren't you? So job #1 seems to always involve you driving traffic to your website, the hub of your business. And then your ideal customer will just, buy from you. Seems kind of simple, right? But you're not selling and you don't know why. Here's the deal. The well-worn statistic is that around 98% of all first-time website visitors won't buy from you. There's nothing personal going on here, really. It's probability statistics, just math that we're talking about. I'm sure that your products are wonderful, that your services will solve the biggest problem that your ideal customer has. You deserve their money. But they don't trust you. They barely even know you at all, so they won't likely fork over their hard-earned cash to you on the first visit to your website. Wait, what if you do not have a website yet? Well, if when you're posting your content on social media, you're constantly going for the same conversion, meaning sales, and you're just putting up a parade of product photos, let's say, my stuff comes in green, my stuff's on sale, go get my stuff type of posts, well, that will likely work well, if at all, for pretty much the same reason. Someone's had a post of yours suggested to them by a social media platform, or they pulled up a post of yours in search on the platform, which is happening on an increasing basis on platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And they've seen a post from you as a brand or a brand leader for the first time. They're going to behave pretty much like a first-time visitor to your website. Most of them won't even think about buying from you. In fact, if all you do is post to buy, and that you've got a sale going on, nothing but posts like that, well, 46% of your followers will actually unfollow you because you're posting way too many promotional messages. But wait, Stacey, you say. I'm a business owner. I sell things. My offerings can help people. Why shouldn't I have social posts whose goal it is to sell things? Well, keep in mind, I'm not telling you that you never go for the sales conversion. Obviously, you must. You're not some teenager posting selfies and aspirational content without seeking a conversion from it. But wait, Stacey, you may also say, big brands post product photos galore, have sales-based posts galore all the time, and they make millions upon millions of dollars. You don't know what you're talking about. But I say those brands are often legacy brands. They've got generations of know, like, and trust factor going on. They're recognized across the planet. They're a known quantity. Mom and pop shops are not going to play on the same playing field as they can and do. Small and even medium-sized businesses cannot act like their legacy brands. They can't just always have a parade of product photos and or a tsunami of sales announcements going going on in terms of their social posts, their social media content, like a globally powerful brand can. So if all or most of what you do is seek sales-based conversions with your content marketing, and you're not a legacy brand, that's going to fail most of the time, if not all of the time, because you don't have a lot of know, like, and trust factor as between yourself and your content consumers and or ideal customers. So I said good news, bad news, right? Here's the good news. There's more than one conversion for you to seek. You can build up the know, like, and trust factor between yourself and the consumers of your content when you're posting sales-based content. Let's say 1/3 of the time, and you are posting other types of content seeking other conversions 2/3 of the time. This isn't an exact formula, by the way, but hopefully you get the idea. Not all conversions are made equal. There are macro conversions and micro conversions. They're all important, but I'll just cover macro conversions in this video, and in a future video, I'll cover micro conversions. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and click the bell notification and select all so that you don't miss the next video in this series, all right? Now, macro conversions to me include 1, getting someone to follow you on social, 2, getting someone to opt into your email list, and 3, getting someone to buy from you. So obviously you're posting lots of content seeking macro conversion number 3. So now you have to try to go for every few pieces of content, posting on social media, content that's encouraging someone to give your business account a follow or a subscribe, whatever the platform parlance may be. Make it clear that your business account or page or group, whatever it may be, is chock full of free content that's loaded with tips, tricks, and techniques to help your ideal customer work on solving whatever problem they may have that might bring them to a business like yours with offerings like yours. Next, every few pieces of content, you want to encourage your content consumers to opt into your email list so they can get a coupon, a freebie, or maybe even both. Depending upon your business model, your freebie could be anything from a checklist to a guide to a webinar to a video series. But whatever it is you're asking people to opt in for should be super valuable to them, or they won't get on your email list. Now, asking people to follow you on social, that's free and easy for them to do. And asking them to opt into your email list to get something that's attractive to them for free, well, ditto. And not always going in for the kill to get a sale will lead your profile and feed on social to, over time, become a resource, become a community, become an asset to your niche. And they'll be able to see the value in your brand so that they're seeing more of your content. They're getting your weekly emails. They're learning more about you and what your business has to offer and how you understand people like them. And sooner or later, after having received 1 or 2 of the first 2 macro conversions, you'll have enough know, like, and trust factor going on that those who are ready, willing, and able to buy from you will. So now let me hear from you. What can you change about your social media posting in terms of the content types so that you stand a better chance to sell and sell well from now on? Do you have any questions for me specifically about this topic? Comment below. I do read your comments. And subscribe to this channel because I've got a bunch of playlists that will help you out otherwise as an entrepreneur as you market on behalf of your own business. And if you want more help in terms of distinguishing yourself from the crowd and increasing your trustworthiness in the eyes of your niche, I actually have a freebie for you to pick up called 10 Reasons Why You're Viewed as a Fake Guru and How to Gain Credibility and Customers Instead. And you can pick it up at don'tbeafakeguru.com. The link for you to score that freebie guide is in the show notes or the description down below.